Welcome to another Demarcation Media LEGO review. Today we're going to be looking at a Ninjago set. This is from the new season, Ninjago Dragons Rising, and this is Kai's Dragon Power Flip. This is really ridiculous. You know, this is kind of LEGO's next gimmick, because Ninjago always has to have the gimmick, right? They've had it since the beginning with the Spinjitzu, like spinners, and honestly, I loved those. I thought the spinners were super fun. Just pop your guy on there, spin it. I would even put like Stormtroopers on there, Jedi, Power Miners, just random stuff that I had on the spinners because it was fun. And then they did some cool things later, like with their Air Jitsu stuff. It was kind of interesting. And then the ones that actually looked like tornadoes, that was cool. I don't really know what's happening here. I didn't even know this existed until I found it in a Walmart. And I honestly was not going to pay much attention to it, except for I happened to pick it up and flip it around because it was an interesting package. And I was like, weird. I've never seen this before. Flipped it around and I looked closer at that Kai. And look at that. He's got translucent arms. And that's a pretty big deal because LEGO doesn't often do translucent arms. And lately it has been mainly in the Ninjago line. So I was like, okay, you know what? Fine, I'll get it. Because I was kind of already looking for a poly bag that had the new version of Kai in it anyway. So I was like, you know what? Fine. I'll give this a try. We'll see how this is. And I've been out of touch with Ninjago for quite a while. I used to like it, and then they just started getting weird with it. So yeah, I don't really know any of the story, what's happening here. But the box is very interesting. This big facade with Kai spinning around on this thing, whatever this is, the power flip. Then we get to see one of the ninja. That looks like Skylar because it's yellow, but I don't really know. And then there's a funky looking dragon. Lots of fire. Kai's always been my favorite. He's just kind of cool. I don't know. And then I don't understand. There's like spinning and then there's flipping. But what is this ball? There's like two of them here, and then we have a dragon head and all these little balls. Is Ninjago just like going Dragon Ball? What is this? I don't understand. Right now there's only two other ninjas in this form. There is Lloyd and Nia. I'm honestly, if they do a Cole, I might do that. Would buy him because typically he's got some cool accent colors. But yeah, that's the box, and then it just kind of opens from here, and I've already gotten all the parts out. But yeah, you open it like that, and you can seal it back up. So yeah, kind of lost. I don't really know what's going on here. All right, and there it is, Kai's Dragon Power Flip. This gives me huge Chima vibes, and I was never a huge fan of Chima. There was some cool stuff, and there was some weird stuff. This makes me think of that last wave where it was like fire versus ice. So yeah, let's take a look at Kai first, because there is some good stuff to be said here before I kind of get carried away with trying to figure out the utter ridiculousness of all of this. So let's go ahead and grab Kai and take a closer look. Alrighty, so here's Kai. He comes armed with just some power blasts, which these pieces are supposed to like fire out of their hands by you press like the back. Oh, holy crap, that actually worked. Usually I can't get them to work. They also just look really cool. They're like anime fist punching effects, and since Kai is all about fire, it makes sense. This new ninja hood, I was not sold on this new ninja hood at all. I think it looks pretty derpy, to be honest, when their faces are visible like this. Like it doesn't look totally like a ninja hood, to be honest. It's like, I don't know, it's like a hat and then a mask. But the other side, when you flip it around to this cool mask thing and then put it back on, that to me looks pretty slick. I like that. That's cool. And then this one has, I believe it's exclusive, but don't quote me on that, with the flame on the top. That's pretty cool. You can put katanas in the back. Doesn't come with any, but it could have. The old ones used to come with like a bunch of extra weapons, but no, LEGO is kind of cheaps out where they can now. If we take that off, there we can see the translucent arms. That is super cool. That is just 100% made the set worth purchasing just for those translucent orange arms. that's absolutely sick. I am super happy with that. Like, that's actually the only reason I considered buying this set and I actually went through with it. The torso print's pretty cool too. Don't really know what that symbol is. They're constantly making new symbols, but it looks like his torso is maybe mostly fire underneath or something. Got a dragon head on the front. That's pretty cool. I like the different colors here. We have the dark red torso and then the red legs. I think that's an interesting contrast. There you can see the masked face, and also you can do that. Kind of looks like he's a wannabe superhero now. That's kind of funny. And then he's got just his Kai face based kind of on the design that we saw from the Ninjago movie, which I liked the Ninjago movie. I think it was pretty fun. That version of Sensei Wu is the best. He looks ridiculous like that, but you can do that. No hair included, unfortunately. It would have been cool to get some hair or some extra weapons or literally anything else in terms of extras. But no, we get this, and it's not bad. I think it's actually, when you put them all together like this, he's a pretty cool looking figure. Actually, you know what I want to do real quick, just to show the differences. So here's a little bit of an evolution of Kai for you. We've got the OG right here, looking very nice, and my camera is having a hard time focusing. There we go. The original, like, you can't beat the original. He's just simple, classic, looks good. And then the Energy Kai, which was like one of the coolest things that Ninjago did at the time. Just full on like Super Saiyan ninjas. That's what his face looked like. Just absolutely, just completely covered in fire. And then we have this, which is kind of a weird in-between. I do like some of the aspects of this. There's more detail on the new guy. But yeah, Ninjago's it just needs to end. Lego just needs to let it die. So we do get a small range of extras here. We get this lava fire pillar thingamajig. Nice pieces. This pops off the top easily, so you can just have fire on the ground. I guess you could pop one of these up there too. So you get that. You get two of these little fire things. You get this ball. Don't know what the heck this ball is. There's no explanation. Probably the show explains it, but I don't really care to watch that. You can set it on top of this fire. This piece looks pretty much useless for anything else. It doesn't really fit with anything else Lego has. And then you have this little robot who's like, I guess, a training robot of some sort. He's got the little ear bits, and then he's got a staff, and you can kind of angle it like that if you want to. So yeah, I mean, you get some extras, but like a weapons rack and some extra weapons like they used to do kind of would have been ideal. And then, of course, we have the Dragon Power Flip itself. And it has more of these little balls, and it's counted on the back of the box as like some grand collectible. Don't really know why I want these, but they fit into this piece. That's kind of interesting, actually. Might have some interesting uses for mocks and whatnot. And then you just put these little edge pieces on. And then you pop him in like that, kind of like a spinner. And so then the instructions, which are kind of like polybag instructions, tell you to put it on there, right? And so there's this spin, right? Like spinner, okay. And then back here, it's like press on that one side, and then he'll jump. He'll what? What is he gonna do? He's gonna jump at these things. Okay. So spinning it. Yeah, you can spin it. You can even like, well, that didn't do it. Anyway, he spins, okay? He spins like normal Ninjago. But then they're like, push on one of the sides to launch, or maybe I guess I have to do like this. And then the Dragon Power Flip is gonna happen. I don't know. So let's just set up this, right? And it was like set up in front of it, press here, and it's going to flip forward, right? Okay, so then if I really, here, let me look. No, I had the right configuration. Look at that. It was press on the side one. So then if I have the long one pointing forward, guess it kind of works, but what the instructions told me to do was not working. Lego? What is this? Why? Yeah, duh, it can flip. Like, huh? What is this gimmick? This is ridiculous. There's like no play value in this. You're just... Is the trick supposed to be like land it? Because like with the Spinjitzu spinners, the trick was knock your opponent off. This is just you spin or you slap it and then he falls off. I don't really... no, this is not a good gimmick. Interesting pieces, but what? No. Well, there you have it. That is Kai's Dragon Power Flip. Honestly, this is just weird. The minifigure is pretty cool. I'm actually a huge fan of the minifigure. I think he looks super cool. He's like anime protagonist vibes to me. Makes me think of some of the My Hero stuff, to be honest. For $10 though, this feels like you're not getting all that much. This feels like a maybe an $8 set. But 10? I mean, yeah, there's a lot of cool pieces and some specialized ones, so I can kind of see 10. But like, if you're not a Ninjago fan, because I'm not really a Ninjago fan aside from some of the ninjas and like the looks and whatnot, this is just not worth it. And the gimmick, what is this gimmick? That's the stupidest gimmick ever. You can build this out of your own bricks. You can build a thing that flips like this anytime you want. And okay, maybe I'm doing this wrong. Maybe I just look like an idiot, and some of the Ninjago fans in the comments are going to go off on me and tell me how I'm doing this wrong. But like, it's not clear at all how you're supposed to use this other than what the instructions tell you. And then what is this? What is this ball? What is this ball that's really not compatible with any other Lego stuff? It's just weird. I mean, there's like a little pinhole in the one side that maybe you could attach stuff to, but other than that, I don't really know. It looks made to exclusively work with this piece, which is kind of not good. So anyway, there's kind of rant aside. It's a cool set. It's a cool minifigure. The set's weird. It's a cool minifigure. If you find this on sale, highly recommend it. The minifigure's arms in particular, super, super cool. The rest of it, don't understand it. It's weird, and the gimmick is... No offense to the designers, but the gimmick is trash. So there you have it. That is my like kind of rant about this set. Kai is pretty cool. The rest of the set is not very cool. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and consider subscribing, and I'll see you next time.